ऐसे लोग भी कि मैंने अगर लिपस्टिक कोई दी होती नहीं. Even those people would go there, but the catch word here is this. Now marketing is done on the zip codes. Look at how many offers you get in your Gmail account. It's continuously on. Gmail has created filters. जो कंपनी डेटा भेजती है वो फिल्टर बनाती है. स्पैम में नहीं जाएगा, सोशल मीडिया में नहीं जाएगा. It would pop right in your inbox. So all these freebies on the internet is actually a trap. And it is said in English, cheese always lie free in a mousetrap. And we are those mouses, whether you like it or not. And we know that that cheese is free, we still go into it. That is the inevitability of technology. Can you decide? An innocent boy stood up when I was discussing this technology is a bane or boon, and we had some hackers with us, and they, in front of an audience, opened accounts, and people were shocked. The boy said, "Sir, then what do we do for privacy?" And the question was legitimate. I said, you have two options. One, start using this analog phone. Two, you should be at a place where you should be. Look, if Google comes to know I'm delivering a lecture here, there is no problem to me. My wife knows it. Hello. See, if you lead unethical life, if someone knows your privacy, there is a problem. So this is the kind of life that we are leading. This is algorithm and big data. Your behavior, your consumer behavior is continuously under scrutiny, and you are manipulated into buying things. That is what algorithm is. Artificial intelligence, Alexa solves all your problems. She is a new age genie. You say, I want to wake up 6 in the morning. Yes, I have set your alarm 6 in the morning, sir. Google Assistants. You feel like a monarch. When a monarch says something, it happens. It gives you that legitimate sense of very powerful person. Next. We are in transition from crypto-centric to digito-centric and connecting back. This was just a tour to what has happened. Printing is going to die. Print on the verge of extinction, decreasing population of printed books, newspapers and magazines. Very soon these things would become oblivion. They would not be seen by people. I have figures to prove the points that I have made here. The writing is democratized. Look, when I wanted to write, if I'm a creative writer, there were filters, there were gatekeepers. I go to a publisher would get hold of my script, it would be reviewed, I would be asked to redraft it, then I submit, there would be suggestions, drafts after drafts, final draft. Today, I don't need any publisher. I create my blog and I start writing. Hello. Absolute democracy. I may not be good in language, I may not know anything. I may have horrible language, horrible spellings, horrible grammar, yet I still have the freedom to write a blog. Online publication is cost effective and there's an increased readership. मुफ्त में होता है publication. For this, those who are my colleagues in working, UGC did this farce of APIs, and we were all running to get APIs, and there were online publishers. You put the data up, they will send you a copy with an ISBN. And they won't mind if it is Hanuman Chalisa. You have an ISBN. Thank God God there is some realization that that was not going to work. Online books, you have majority of online industries around Kindle, but you have various platforms. New forms of literature, literature. And I'll take you into that world, it's very interesting. No reviews, no censorship, self-publication, everyone is a writer. Alright? We are now, Techno-Culture I discussed, we are into now Techno-Culture in literature. I'm just trying to take you there. Access to world population, no geographical boundaries. Your local publisher will be able to sell your books only in this region. On ResearchGate, you get the statistics of how many people have downloaded and accessed your paper. That's about 350 in my profile. Had those papers been in printed journals, it would be, the spiders would be reading it. If they were free, or like if there was no spray put into the library. Next. Read these data. This is very interesting. India's book market currently is worth 261 billion, making it the 6th largest in the world and the 2nd largest of English language. This would be shocking. We are not known for, and this is economic times, not me. Alright? Here, this is not 2017, it is something in 15. I have missed the date. Because it is expected to touch 739 million by 2020, says a survey conducted in 2015. There are as many as 9,000 publishers who are publishing content in English. And what is very shocking, come to read with me, 70% of publishers in India have digitized their content and produced e-book versions. Smartphone and e-readers offer consumers opportunity to access the digital content. Now this is the size of your online literature. Not all is literature, some of them are competitive examination books. Next. Self-publishing, faced with a mountain of rejections from publishers. E.L. James, John Grisham and Ashwin Sanghi are some of the popular authors who self-published their early works. Technology giant Amazon, with its Kindle Reader and Kindle Direct publishing business, wants writers to think of self-publishing as a way to reach audience even before they are rejected by traditional publishing firms. On the 10th year of the Kindle, Sanjeev Jha, Director of Kindle Content India, hopes it would attract more writers. Ashwin Sanghi is not a small writer, friends. But I was talking about these filters and gatekeepers. They are now bypassing and self-publishing online. Next. These are trends. This is internet technoculture in literature. We are now in the discussion of the core. Take note of these facts. The gatekeeper is no longer the agent and publisher, but is the reader. वो jobless जाने वाले publishers. And look at the volumes now. To extend an analogy of TV, we are giving the voting budget to readers. We just finished a pen to publish contest in November. We launched ADP as far back as 2008 in the US. But we have come off scale now. In 2017, we have doubled the number of authors on our platform every month. Compared to the last year, and the same thing happened the previous year, we have 3.5 million titles on Kindle Direct Publish. Just try to gauge the market. What is this online culture? We have 5 million titles in the Indian marketplace. We have 1 million titles of Kindle Unlimited. The amount of people reading on the Kindle app is more than on the device. So this is the game changer, friends. This is the end of the printing era, whether you accept it or not. This is the beginning of the end of the printing era, if I correct myself. Next, changing readership. Look, necessity is the mother of invention. Nobody is pushing this on you, you are pulling it. Look, the paradigm here is, we say that technology made us do it. No, technology doesn't make you do anything. You do make technology do things. It's other way around. Cybernetic reading is displacing linear, closed, solitary reading. What is cybernetic? Interactive platform. Now your screen has become interactive. When you read Kindle, if you don't know a word, push it. There is an open dialogue which explains meanings, gives synonyms. So there is some sort of interactivity as a reader. So linear closed reading is now a passé. Except some of us who are still habitual with books, we will continue doing this. The new generation that is completely conditioned by technology is not going to go back. It is transforming the process of literary reading. The reader is continuously exposed to intertextual ties and virtual ties of mass media and that of information technology. People, moreover kids, and today have sort of attention span, long drawn out sentences, never ending paragraph, and detailed long description are not comprehensible to them. So why is this? Because the average attention span is squeezing down. Traditionally, we believe that we could concentrate for 45 minutes. I can already see a lot of uneasy people because I am touching 1 hour mark by now. I have another 15 minutes to complete my presentation. But look at the way the readership is changing. People prefer more interactive texts, shorter texts. Next. And these are the trends. We are now looking at what is online literature. So then you have 6-story novels, you have blogs, you have literature, you have flash literature or flash fiction, and graphic novels. And I'm sure many of you might not have known what they are. Let's go and see them face to face. Next. Flash fiction, what it is the extremely short version of literature. You can read this literature exists on the word count. The 6-word story. Now that's one of the most popular forms of literature. On Twitter handle, you would find 6-letter, 6-word novels. 280 characters. Now this is the span. On one side you have War and Peace. On the other extreme you have 6-word novel. Look at the two extremes. You have Dribble, which is written in 50 words. You have Grapple, written in 100 words. You have sudden fiction, 750 words. Flash fiction, 1000 words. And all these are major trends on the literary platforms. We have still not reached that. Literature, for example, Twitter was allowing you to write any piece of creative literature in 140 characters. Then they went to 200. Now it is 280. Next. See, I have brought some 6, 7 novels for you on one slide. As per an anecdote, Hemingway's famous 6-word tale. What is this novel? For sale, baby shoes, never worn. As the anecdote goes, the creative writers, contemporaries of Hemingway were sitting, enjoying themselves, and there was a bat. Hemingway was given a bat to write a story in 6 words. He writes it and wins $10. 6-letter novel was popular much before. But look at these. After she died, he came alive. 1 gun, 2 shots, 3 dead. Rajnikant is the hero of this story. The most creative cinematic representation was Rajnikant sees 1 bullet, 2 goons are running, pulls out a knife, throws it in the air, shoots it, the bullet pierces into 2 and kills both of them running. Hello? There is nothing more creative than this incident, believe me. Then you have, I asked, you answered by silence. Look at this, all of these are 6-word novels. Why are you in my selfie? And everything that happens after you read the statement is the story actually. It makes you think. And what you think is your literature. Label, not for oral use. Oops. Are they creative enough? You might not like them, but they are very popular on the internet these days. And who would read War and Peace if this literature is available? Next. Now these are the genres of literature. Aphorism, poetry, fiction, 140 poetry stories, fan fiction, literary classics and legends. They are written, I mean, you will have a Ramayana written in 280 words. Trending on Twitter handles, popularly known as Twitteriterature. Epic retold. Maximum size 280 words. Keep that in the mind if it is Twitter. And then you have weird Twitter. It's an anti-comedy, a very disorganized form of comedy. I had not accessed all of them. I knew about some of them, but before I came here, I had the experience of at least getting one example of everything, so that I can talk to you about that. And then therefore, thriller becomes twiller. You know, we have now almost started making portmanteaus out of everything. Haikus and twaikus, short stories are tree stories. Next. I think we will conveniently avoid this because we don't have time. Next. These are popular blogs. The Los Angeles Review of Books. They have millions of subscribers, each one of them. And these blogs are not dedicated literary blogs. It is literature and media put together. Right, next. The Owl. Next. HTML Giant. Next. These are some that I've identified for you. Tumblr may be known to many because that's something that is used more by Indians. Next. Now these are contesting issues and I have taken statements by some of the opinion givers in our world of literature and creation. One of the first questions, I hope I have got 10 more minutes. Audience, will you be able to suffer me for more?
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Can books survive digital age? Book when we say we are talking about a printed book. On one side you have people like Gulzar who says, I can't think without my pen. There is a very nice poem he has written on the nostalgia that he has for books now. That he no longer gets to stand near the library, look for books, identify one that he wants to read. Creativity in digital age, as I said, now, like for 2 years, I have not written anything on a paper except some notes. And many of you would be experiencing this. If you're writing a research paper, what do? You first write on a paper and then data enter it. Is there anyone who does it? No, you write it directly. That's what I'm saying. And a lot of creative writers directly write in the digital space and not in pen and paper or the printing space. The death of narrative, as I said. Can the art of long narrative survive against literature? Flash fiction that we're talking about. Will it survive? I don't know. It won't. Because the most simple principle of economics is demand and supply. If long narratives are not in demand, who will write them? A book is also a technology. The books are just mass-produced commodities like anything else in business model. And its business model is changing. Now look, when we see this, the stories would remain. The platform is changing. From print, it's coming to media. So it is not that literature is under danger. Please remember this. Literature existed in oral traditions, literature existed in the print, and literature would continue to exist even in the digital space. But its forms are going to be as radical as you saw them. New art forms would emerge. This was Vikram Chandra, Sacred Games. It is not book, but these industries which require rescuing. If some of us say that books are going to die, they're not going to die. By books, if you're meaning literature, no, literature is never going to die, friends. Next. The average attention span is shrinking. We read fast, we read on the go. We have converted reading into commuter's trade. When do we read now? Usually when we are traveling. Our phone unconsciously, our hand unconsciously fumbles for a phone. And destination comes, you don't know where you are and you just come out. This is Barkada. The story has always adapted new technology. The story has survived and the appetite and durability of the story is intact, as I said. It is going to survive. This was Steve Sell, New Yorker, is a Pulitzer winner. I'm really scared of this online culture, and some of us are. Any change brings in resistance. When you adapt, it's painful because adapting itself is against your natural psychological conditioning. You have to condition yourself to something new, and that is what is creating this resistance. The books have an unfair advantage because it has a history with it. A lot of us stand by books and say that it was really very nice having a book and not Kindle. Rasul Joshi says that it has a history and therefore we all stand by it, but then it's not legitimate to say that new technologies or online literatures are inferior to to the serious literature that was created. The blogs have democratized writing. One doesn't worry about one's linguistic ability. One just writes, leading to issue of quality and authenticity. Yes, I would agree with this. That without gatekeepers, the quality is going to suffer. Because anyone starts writing. Anyone feels that I'm a poet. Well, each one of us have the poetic sensibility. We're creative enough. But then we don't have that discipline of writing. That is going. But there's nothing to worry because we are just at the beginning of the new era. This is just the beginning of the transition. Those gatekeepers would come. Next. Let's not consider the kind of writing emerging online as inferior. It will evolve. There will be curators and gatekeepers. Again, Krishnan Joshi. There would be a filter, goodliterature.com. There's this Trivago story. A lot of Make My Trip and Go IBGO and all of them started selling you hotels. Trivago, what is Trivago? It gives you a comparative of all as a business opportunity over these platforms. So Trivago finds out where a particular hotel is the lowest. Similarly, you will have a website which would filter out for you what is good literature. It was never that there was bad art. But when in the history of mankind there were thousands of people writing, it's time that the new forms emerge. R is a typo there. And we'll have to allow this transition to take place. Only from this mass you will be able to handpick, cherry-pick some good works which would become the benchmarks of online literature or digital literature, if you put it that way. Written word, as we know it, is dying, but that word is still there in digital form. So the word is not dying, the platform is changing. From paper, it is taking its digital avatar. This was Navtej Sarna, the author of Exile and the Embassy to Israel. In the era of collaborative technology with shocking speed, the intellectual property right is in serious danger. Excuse the typo there. And there will be a last slide now. Next, please. Yeah, there is one serious problem though. And that is a serious problem. With this, I would end what I have to say. Come back. Read the last statement between. In the era of collaborative technology with shocking speed, the intellectual property right is in serious danger. Serious is misspelled there, but that's how it is, just excuse. Because I was working on the presentation till late night. What is happening now? Are you aware of what is torrent? Torrents? Torrent is an unethical platform from where you can download anything free. For example, Netflix gives a series, an X series, Designated Survivor. I will have to pay 1,000 rupees per year to watch that. I go to torrents, search for Designated Survivor, downloaded the entire series for free. There are numerous such platforms which give you free books. Almost every new book which comes in the market, its PDFs are available free. If this continues, the creators would die. What would happen? If I get a movie for free, why would I give you money? And unfortunately, India and Middle East is probably the biggest market of piracy. We photocopy books. even photocopying a book is unethical. And how ruthlessly you do it. Because you're legitimately taking away the creative writer's share in the trade that creativity or business around arts is. So this is a serious problem. That these creators, what about the creators and their intellectual property right? जो movie आप, this movie Tanaji for example. I can give you Tanaji in 5 minutes. You give me a good internet speed, a good resolution movie. Now how many of us would go and pay 300 rupees in a multiplex if that movie is available on torrents for free? So that is one of the serious issues. The second, I'll just conclude this discussion. The second major issue is that of censorship. This internet is a free world. Right from pornography to good research articles, both is available. And the third major concern is the quality, because then you can't democratize art saying everyone is an artist. It requires the commitment and discipline and the skill of handling art to become an artist. I would recommend these books which I referred for organizing my presentation. Go to the next. I strongly recommend these 3 books by Harari: Sapiens, A Brief History of Mankind; Homo Deus. Look at the title, A Brief History of Tomorrow. There is a paradox in the title. Sapiens is, a book which recounts every major achievement of mankind, how we grew into what we are right now, in a very critical way. This is more dedicated to how human beings are trying to become the gods. Homo is man, Deus is God. And we are going to become God very soon with the kind of technology that we have around us. And at the moment reading this book, 21st Lessons from 21st Century. Next. Technology, Literature and Culture, Alex Goody. This book is also available online. I have referred a few, not that I have read the complete book, but when I got the invitation, the first thing that I did was ordered these books. One I had, few I had to order. Therefore, I thought I should share it with you. If time allows, you can read these books. How you read is your choice. You want to read a printed book or an online book. That's absolutely for you to decide. Well, thank you all very much for being a very patient audience. I know I have taken more time than I was given. I also know that speaking more than the given time is a criminal behavior. That I am a criminal standing right in front of you. I don't know whether there is a time for question and answer, but if you have and if you want to ask, Mujrim Hazir hai. I know I'm standing between your lunch, so you can interact with me outside. I'll be here for some time. What do we do? I sit down. Thank you.